welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Sarah and I am a 5th year teacher that is back in 1st grade this year at a new school. And this week we're doing a week in my life. It is Monday morning. I got here at 7:30, it's 7:50. First thing I do when I get to school is I get my slides up on the board. If y'all don't know, I use Canva and it really just keeps me so organized all throughout the day. On Friday afternoon, I set up a new 10-drawer rolling cart. So the first thing I'm gonna do is get that labeled for this week. While I finish my breakfast, these have 8 grams of protein. They are delicious. This is my rolling cart. This is the one that was already set up. It's very wobbly because I'm missing a screw in the back. As you can see, I found a replacement one, but it doesn't really fit, so it's very wobbly. And I typically have 2 carts throughout the year just because I have so many different differentiated centers. Having 2 carts just makes it easier so I don't have to swap things out throughout the week. So like if this group has already finished their word work this week, instead of taking it out and putting it back in something new, I can just have them go to the next cart. So we're gonna put the labels on. I cut them out and laminated them at home this weekend. All right, my aide's probably gonna get here any second. The kids come at 8:20, but I am just putting all of the ELA things on this cart and all of the math things on this cart. And then this is my fast finishers cart. I feel like I have too many things going on now. So I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put a little bucket at the top, and instead of having a fast finishers cart, I'm going to have 2 drawers at the bottom here, or use the top for math fast finishers and then put all my ELA fast finishers over here. I feel like that's a better plan. So the only flaw in this system right now is that I've been using these buttons and I don't have enough to fill all the drawers. I only have 2 sets of them. I think realistically to fill every drawer, I need 2 more sets. So I'm gonna order those today. And then my bins that I wanna put on the top here are in my car, but the kids get here in 9 minutes. So I don't know if I have time. All right, I'm on my prep and I'm doing some printing. Currently printing progress monitoring booklets for Dibbles, and then I'm printing my Fluency stations on Astrobright. All right, it is after school and I just prepped all these centers during prep. I did not have prep in my room today because they had technology, but I put all of these on colored Astrobright during prep when I printed them, and then I just slipped them all in the plastic sleeves. Not all of them need to be written on. Like this one they don't need to write on, but since I didn't laminate them, I just don't want them to get ruined since groups are gonna be moving to and from. This center, they also don't need to write on it, but I just threw it in a dry erase sleeve too. This one, they are whispering it to themselves when they read. This one, they can write on it. For this center, they're going to time themselves for a minute and see how many they can read, and then they would mark it on the paper to see how far they got, and then they would try again, and they're going to do that with a partner. This one I forgot to show, but they have these little trackers that I got from Target just to be able to go line by line. And then for this last center, it's really cute. They get to do the sentence pyramids, start little, get all the way to the end, and then it asks what, like basically asks them the question for the last sentence. So they can use a whiteboard marker to write on that. And then I printed out these cute little Fluency things that says like, read it like you're tired, or other choices. So I just set those up, which I'm really excited about. If I didn't already explain this, I have a WIN group, which stands for what I need. And my group is Fluency and Accuracy. So these are the centers that I set up for them. This is what I was doing with the groups last week. It was comprehension based. So working on reciprocal teaching, and every kid in the group had a job. So clarifying hard words, making predictions, asking questions, and retelling the story. And then the group leader would wear this lei. But unfortunately, I didn't realize my group was not comprehension, it was accuracy. During prep, I also printed off all of these. So 9 of my students have to be progress monitored. So I need to put their names on these so that I can have those ready for this week. Something else I do after school is I plug in all the Chromebooks, but one of my students already did that for me, so yay. One of my pet peeves is having my finished work bin and unfinished work bin pile up. So every night I go through that. It only takes me like 2 minutes. And if you're new here, anything that does not get finished, I put back on their desk for the morning. The kids have like 20 minutes to eat breakfast and do like a morning choice, so that's when they finish their unfinished work. And the last thing I'm going to do before I go, the breakfast overflow that I keep back here for the kids for snack is just getting monstrous. So I'm going to organize that and throw out some stuff. That is much better. I put all like the dry foods over here and then all like the wet liquidy foods like applesauce and fruit cups over there. Anything I want to do the next morning, I just write down on this little reusable sticky note from MC Squares on Amazon. I also use them for my calendar, but I need to fix my wind slides for tomorrow since we switched our fluency groups, and I need to also put names on those Dibbles packets. All right, guys, today's Tuesday. I'm back, and I got here at 7:30 this morning. It's 7:40 now. Kids come at 8:20, so here is what's on the agenda this morning. First thing is breakfast. Same as yesterday. I already filled my greens because I already finished my whole entire 40 ounces of water from being at the gym. So I'm like, time to tackle those. And then the Dibbles test books that I printed out yesterday, I'm going to label them with the names of the kids that I need to progress monitor. I also have a new teacher mentor meeting this afternoon from 3:30 to 4:30, so I don't know how much I'll record in the afternoon, just because I have that. It's virtual, thankfully, but I'm probably going to head out right after that because I have things to do. These are all labeled. I'm probably just going to keep them back here for now because I have till Friday to progress monitor. I only have 11 to do, and I'm introducing all these centers today, so I'm definitely going to be walking around, helping them today. So I'll probably start progress monitoring tomorrow. I realized that some of these centers require a dry erase marker, and the kids, since they come from different classrooms, aren't bringing things. So I need to get dry erase markers for this center and this center. Now that I did that, I'm going to do a little bit of organizing. I have all of these bins up there that I never use, and I kind of want to utilize these ones from Amazon a little bit more purposefully. So we're going to do that right now because eventually I'm going to need somewhere to store all of these fluency activities that I'm using weekly. This is the bin I'm using for Unit 1 materials. So all of my focus wall stuff, I had already printed off this whole unit. And then I'm thinking I can fit 2 units in each so that I can just have Unit 1, Unit 2, Unit 3, Unit 4, Unit 5, Unit 6. The small group materials that I use for this flip binder, the previous teacher had already left them all behind. The only one that she didn't leave behind was Unit 1. So I've been printing out Unit 1 myself. So now I'm going to put that in the correct binder. This is my prep. I have my prep after lunch with the kids. So I go to lunch when they are at recess at 11:20. And then I have lunch duty with the kids at 11:55, and then at 1 o'clock they have specials. So I'm on my prep right now. I have library today, so I'm in my room. I don't really have anything to do in my room though, so I'm gonna go bother my coworkers and ask them how to do something because we have to fill out a data spreadsheet and I don't know how to do it, so I'm gonna go ask them for help, and then I might end up back in here if I still have time left. All right, it is 3:05. My kids are already gone, so I have 25 minutes until my virtual mentor meeting starts. So I have 25 minutes to get everything done. Really quick, I need to print my fluency centers for Thursday and Friday because my bins that I made today will only last me till tomorrow because we did 2 today. We'll do 2 tomorrow. And then I need to empty the finished work bin and the unfinished work bin, and I need to go to the bathroom before my meeting starts at 3:30. I think I can do those 3 things in 20 minutes. Who knows? I'm also making a list really quick of all the kids that have not been Star Student yet because we're getting to that point where we're getting close to the end of the roster, and I have probably like 5 or 6 kids that have not been it yet, but sometimes I forget who I need to watch. So make a list. And it's easy for me to remember because I just go onto Class Dojo and look at the kids who I've posted because I usually take their picture and post it on Class Dojo. All right, I got my Astro Bright. We're gonna go try and make copies of this now because I can always do the fast finishers bins while I'm on my meeting. Meeting's all done. I was able to empty my finished work bin, and I was able to put out everything I need to do for tomorrow. We have our first Wonders progress monitoring. I need to make copies of our Heartward map, and I bought some new buttons to fill the rest of my drawers because I want to have one for each activity, and those are delivering to my house today, so I need to make sure that I have those. Then we'll be all set for tomorrow. I was also putting these on popsicle sticks to get ready for riding down the road, but then I ran out of the scratchy side. I don't know why, but I always run out of one faster than the other, and now I need more. All right, y'all, it is Wednesday morning. It's been a little bit of a chaotic 12 hours since I last talked to you guys. After school yesterday, I had my mentor meeting, and I had a really unsettling feeling about something, and I went to go confirm if it were true or not, and it was. So if you follow me on Instagram, then you already know this, because obviously that was posted live, but I found out yesterday that I had lice. And the only reason I'm smiling about it is because if I let my true emotions show, I would cry. This is my third time having it as an adult. I got it for the first time in high school. I got it in college, working at a daycare. And after 5 years of teaching, I have finally gotten it for a third time working in education. I'm not surprised that I have it. And I feel like after you've had it before, you kind of know what it feels like to have it. I was not very itchy, but I just, given the circumstances, it seemed like it was a very high possibility that I might have it. So anyway, I went and got professionally checked last night because, again, after having it multiple times, I was like, I'm not doing this whole buy the kit at the drugstore or at Walmart, CVS, and just pray that I can get rid of it myself. Because it's the kind of thing that can linger. So I went to a professional last night, paid $260 to go get it treated. And then she gave me treatment to put in my hair twice a day. So I just put it in this morning. And then tonight I'll do it again on my dry hair, and I will comb through and try and get out any stuff. We're not going to go into detail because that's not what this vlog is about, but just want to say that that happened last night. And this is a teacher week in the life. And that sometimes happens when you're a teacher. So we're going to make the best of it. And move on with our day. Ton of emails. I'm like 20 minutes behind schedule because I was talking to somebody, but really quick, I have to get my math drawers set up. I got all the extra buttons from Amazon in so I can put batteries in those. And I just sprayed my whole entire room with this lice spray that she gave me. So it's like for your household, it's called Absolute Clear. And you're just supposed to spray it on any surfaces that you might have sat in or things like that. So I just sprayed all my teacher chairs, but we should be good. I'm like really nervous to tell my aide because I know that she was very nervous about it. And so when she gets here, I'm gonna have to break the news to her. I feel wrong being here, but like I know that like I'm probably not contagious at this point. It's just a matter of making sure that I'm 100% cleared out, if that makes sense. I just sent the printing to the copier, and now I'm going to go make copies of these Heartword maps. So I forgot that today we're actually doing 4 centers in math instead of 2 because we're taking the quiz today, and I do the quiz in small groups, so I have a couple drawers I need to fill. So before I put the buttons in, I'm going to run down to our copier because that's where I have all of the copies that my team made me. All right, I just grabbed all my copies. I feel like I kind of said that quickly and didn't explain what I meant by that. So we have jobs on my first grade team where like we're all in charge of printing different things. So like I print all the progress monitoring and the math assessments and things like that. My teammate is in charge of all the math printing, like math centers. So I needed some more stuff for my bins. So she printed off all that. So I just had to go to my mailbox and get all that. It's all the way downstairs now though, so it's a bit of a hike. So I just grabbed all of that. And I'm gonna put those in the correct bins and then add the buttons, and then kids will be here in 8 minutes, so that'll be that. All right, y'all, I am in my classroom right now. It's lunchtime, and I always eat lunch with the team down in the teacher's room, but unfortunately, I just don't feel comfortable sitting in a chair where a bunch of other people are gonna sit like in the next 3 lunches. I just would feel so bad. I feel like I'm fine again because I treated this morning and I got it professionally done last night, but I just would feel really icky if somebody was sitting in my chair at lunch and was like, oh, by the way, like I had lice. Like, I don't know, just feels a little icky. So I am just gonna eat lunch up here really quick, and then I'm gonna go check in with the school nurse because I've seen a couple of my kids that are looking itchy. So yeah. It kind of worked out anyway today because I had my aide take out my kids to recess. Normally I walk them out and then go right to lunch for myself, but I had 2 kids finishing up a math quiz. We took our iReady lesson 6 quiz today on doubles and doubles plus 1, and a lot of the kids had a really hard time with it. So I always do my math quizzes in small groups because I feel like the language sometimes is really tricky. So on days that we have the math quiz, instead of doing 2 rotations in math, we do all 4 of the centers. So it was just a lot. Like we quick reviewed as a whole group. And then we did 4 12-minute rotations. So that's almost an hour right there, including transitions. So we didn't have any time to do ST math. So we're going to do that this afternoon instead. I just feel bad that the kids were rushing to get out to recess. So I was like, just stay with me. But this quiz was really tricky because they teach kids in iReady to do a doubles fact. You can write 3 + 4, or you can do 3 + 3 + 1. And I've just never taught doubles that way. So it shows them both ways. So we have been practicing that whole group and in small groups, but when it came to the quiz, they just seemed to have forgotten. So a lot of my kids struggled on that. So I just wrote down that I have to grade those quizzes later. I did have all of my kids here today, so I will be able to grade all of them. I don't have to make any of them up, which is nice. I'm just going to quickly kind of clean up our centers because during prep today, we have a meeting about our goals as a team. So I'm not going to be in here, even though my kids have gym and I have prep in my room. I won't be in here because we have a meeting. So I'm just going to clean up a little bit because it's a little chaotic in here this morning. It was a very chaotic morning. It's very sunny today. I hope it's warm out because I have goosebumps inside because I'm so cold. I just went to the bathroom. I adjusted my math cart. It was looking like a hot mess after having 20 kids whip through it. I just made the decision that we are not going to be doing ELA centers this afternoon because we have to make up our GG time or ST math time we didn't do this morning. We have our first progress monitoring, like I said earlier today, in Wonders. And I'm sure that's going to take a long time, even though it's only 5 questions. And then we have to do a writing piece. So anytime we have leftover at the end of the day, we are going to review all of our classroom expectations because it's getting dicey in here. Anyway, for lunch today, I have 2 hard-boiled eggs, ham, 2 cheese sticks, and then a yogurt parfait. I'm probably going to eat that in my meeting because I'm not going to have enough time. If I want to go chat with the nurse before I go to lunch duty with the kids, I only have 7 minutes, so we're going to eat these couple things quick. All right, it's after school, 3:10. My kids all just left. I just changed the date for tomorrow, just changed our jobs for tomorrow. I'm going to check the Chromebook cart to plug in Chromebooks, and then I'm going to clean up our dumpster fire of a classroom. Okay, guys, it is 3:15. I want to be out of here by 3:45 so I can go home and treat my hair again because I'm good to do it every 8 hours. So I am going to quickly unfill the finished work bin and grade all that. Swap out my Fluency centers because those change tomorrow. And then I'm going to grade our math and our Wonders tests. And then the thing that I didn't get to today that I'm probably going to wait to do tomorrow is some of the math drawers are empty. So I'm going to fill those. All right, I was chatting it up with my aide because we're both like in shambles about this whole life situation. She's like, what can I buy? And I'm like, I don't know, because the lady last night told me that a lot of the over-the-counter stuff is just garbaggio. So anyway, I just swapped out my Fluency stuff and emptied my finished work bins and unfinished work bins. What I've been doing in the morning is the kids who have unfinished work, I put it at their seat and they're supposed to do it right away. They have not been, they've been avoiding. So I wrote their names on the board so that I can remember who has unfinished work. So in the morning, if they ask, I'm going to say that's so that you can do your work. And if you do it, I will erase your name. And if you don't, then you have to stay at your seat until you finish it. So like we do morning meeting. I typically try and make everybody a part of morning meeting. But I'm thinking if it's been like 2 or 3 days and you still have not finished your work, then you have to stay at your seat to finish it. And then you can come to morning meeting. And hopefully that'll motivate kids because a lot of kids don't want to miss that because it's a time to share, do the joke, all that kind of stuff. So we'll see if that works. I really don't want to stay any longer. So what I'm going to do is the Wonders and the math quizzes. I'm just going to take home and grade them from my house because I don't have to be here to do that. And then for tomorrow, I need to swap out my focus wall because we start week 4 of Wonders. So my focus wall needs to be swapped. My small group needs to be swapped. My little binder that I do the flipping through. So I need to swap that. And then I need to do the math drawers. And that'll be enough to do in the morning. That'll keep me pretty busy in the morning. My centers for Fluency are all done. These are coming home with me, and then I'm just gonna film a couple quick videos and then skedaddle. All right, y'all, it's Thursday, new outfit, same hair. Don't know what else to do with it. It's so wet because I treat it right before I come to school, so I have to spray all this stuff in. It's also been taking me an extra 10 minutes of my routine, so I am here 10 minutes later than normal, so I really need to buzz around this morning. I graded all my papers at home last night for our iReady math quizzes and our Wonders progress monitoring. So I'm going to put those in student mailboxes because I already put the grades in on my computer. And then this morning I need to redo our focus wall, swap out for unit 1 week 4 of my small group binder. And then I need to put a couple extra things in the math drawers. And then I remembered that I need to start dibbling the kids that are in my win group because I only have today and tomorrow to do it. And I have 11 tests to get through. They're only a minute long, so like 11 tests should really only take me like 20 minutes. So I could probably do it in one day, but I don't want to risk that. So I'm gonna start some of them today and some of them tomorrow. I think I'm gonna have the kids do the centers today. I'm gonna tell them we're gonna do one center today for 10 minutes while I do the first half of these dibbles. And if you guys can do it quietly, then once I'm done, we'll pack them up and we'll play a game. Like we'll just do a fun game, just for fun. If today they're too loud and disruptive and I have to keep stopping while I'm dibbling the kids, then tomorrow I'm just gonna give them like an at their seat job where they just quietly do something by themselves until I can finish up these subtests, because I don't wanna be the only first grade teacher that doesn't finish this week when we're supposed to. It's another day of lunch in my classroom by myself, not because I want to, but just because I feel like it is respectful to not be in the lunchroom right now. I haven't noticed any kids itching today, so that's good. But I did only 4 of the progress monitorings that I was supposed to do during WIN today, since I have 7 left. So tomorrow, I think I'm just gonna have to give them something quiet to do at their seats and say that, you know, centers were too loud yesterday, it was too distracting, and the kids that I was reading with or listening to couldn't focus. So I need to get the 7 tomorrow done, or else I'll be behind. So I'm gonna quickly tally up the scores for these, because whenever I listen to the kids, I just go and I grade it later. I'm just quickly grading what's already in the finished work bin from this morning, so I have less to grade this afternoon. I have to be downstairs in 10 minutes for the kids' lunch. And then for prep today, they have music for specials, so I can't be in my room because music's in our classroom. So I am going to just probably print in the library quietly. Also, we're having a little chocolate pick-me-up during the day because we need it. All right, guys, it is Friday morning. I left right after school yesterday and didn't film anything because I got a little visit from a friend. If you know, you know. So I left real quick because I was not feeling well. I'm going to go drop these apology notes that some of my students had to write for the music teacher in her mailbox, and then we're going to go and start off the morning printing. I got here a little bit earlier today because I did not go to the gym because of said friend that visited me right as the day ended yesterday. All right, I just did all my copies for the morning super quick. Nobody was at the printer. This is where I keep all my math, writing, and phonics papers, but as you can see, I already have overflow, and I just printed all this and this, so I need to empty and weed out some of this because I have nothing left, no room left. Ran out of room in my math drawer, so I'm going to just go ahead and put the next week's math activities in there in the empty drawers so that I can clear out some space. For homework in first grade, we just do a reading log, so I'm going to put these in mailboxes because next week is already November. And when I say already, I mean it's finally November. All right, this is a copier that's closer to my room, but it literally hates me, so let's see if I can print these things or make copies of them on colored cardstock. This is amazing. We'll be grabbing one of these for later. Yes, this copier actually likes me. Oh, thank God. Okay, it is lunchtime. This is my last day that I'm gonna have myself eat in my classroom by myself for lunch. I always eat with the team, but I just feel like trying to be kind and not sit in somebody else's chair while I'm still figuring this out. But the good news is that I called last night and I'm getting an appointment to double check my hair on Sunday afternoon. So I just have to treat it myself the rest of today and tomorrow and the first part of Sunday, and then hopefully she'll check it and it will be cleared and they won't find anything. I just ate part of my lunch and I'm gonna keep eating. I still have 20 minutes until I have to go to lunch duty. So I am going to take everything out of the math drawers because basically I swap my drawers on a Friday afternoon, but I can't swap the ELA ones until the end of the day because it's the last thing we do. But I'm going to swap out the math ones right now because we're done with math. All right, I decided that I already put in my paper, which is at their seat job for next week. This drawer has really seen better days. Okay, already put in all their paper jobs for next week, but at the top, I really try and not make both jobs paper. So for Fact Fluency is when I'll pull all those fun games. But instead of doing like manipulatives, I'm gonna do board games that I've cut out and laminated and prepped. So this is like a roll and cover game. This is a subitizing to 10 game where they'll spin with a paper clip and then cover. Those two games were for my lower groups, so my red circles and my orange squares. For yellow triangles and green rectangles this week, they're gonna be doing the same roll and cover game that this group is, but they have the visual of the number. They just have the actual number. For their other game of the week is just a addition board game. I had to put in all like the dice and the paper clips and the bears, but I'll do that afterwards. All right, guys, it is Friday afternoon. It's 4:20. The kids left an hour ago, but I had a mentor meeting with my mentor. She's fabulous. So she always has really good ideas. And we talked about like our team goal for the year and how everything's going in our classroom and my observations and things like that. So she just left. So I'm going to close down the classroom because I want to go home. There is so much work here that was either not finished or didn't have names on it, but it's a Friday, which means it's not next week's prom. Next up, I just have to put away some student work. Of course, always one that forgets their mail. I just emptied out all of the fruit from our snack bins because over the weekend it gets pretty gross. And then these are all water bottles that I bought for the kids to use during the week if they don't have one. These are the clean ones that did not get used this week, and all of the dirty ones I take home and I put them in the dishwasher. Just emptied out all of my drawers, and this is the leftover work from there. Now that the drawers are empty, it's time to fill the drawers and add the new buttons that go with that center. Okay, hold on. All right, I had to talk to Bobby, but I just put all of my things in the drawers, and now I'm going to add the buttons. In case you're wondering how the buttons work, I'll show you an example to match this activity. Look at the picture, say the word, color the pumpkin that has the correct ending sound, then trace the word and write the ending sound on the line. That's it. For most of them, read the directions at the top, but they can't read it. I don't put in a button for each drawer. I only put in the button for the drawer that they have to do. So like I have 2 drawers filled for word work next week for flamingos and polar bears, but like they're only gonna get to 1, obviously, the first couple days. So I don't put in that button until they finish the first one. All right, let's go to the next one. Read each sentence, fill in the missing heart word, find the matching picture, and write the number in the box. The heart words are down, out, up, and very. You get the idea. Last thing on my to-do list was fast finishers cart. So like I said, instead of having a cart that's over there, I now just put them in the drawers. So if they finish all of their work, they can do a color by number next week, or they can do pencil addition puzzle. And then for ELA, they can do the doodle books. They can do a short story, or they can do this picture and CVC matching game. It is 4:44. I want to be out of here by 5 because Bobby just called to say he was leaving work and I'm exhausted. But I'm going to quickly film 2 videos that I have to film and take a picture in my cute little crayon outfit. And then I'm going to go home. So let's see if I can get out of here in 15 minutes. But I'm going to end the vlog now so that I can be done with this. Thank you all so much for watching my week in the life. Let me know what you want to see next. And I will catch you on the next one. And don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Love you guys.